Welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show. We are live in studio on Park City Television. I have Craig Gordon from the Utah Avalanche Center. Very appropriate conversation to be having now because we've had a little bit of avalanches in the near past.
We got busy for a minute or two,
Real
didn't
busy.
we? Yeah, crazy times. I mean, the mountains are getting lots of white love, and that is a good thing. What happened, though, is that we got lots of snow real fast. Snowpack got cranky, and yeah, man, we have been seeing a very active avalanche pattern for sure.
Okay, let's start from the beginning.
Let's do that. Yeah,
Last week we had a 4-day snowstorm.
We did. Epic storm here in the Park City area mountains. You guys did brilliantly with that storm, right?
Yeah, we did.
But what happened was it starts to materialize Wednesday. Thursday, everything starts to really come together. All you needed to do was be around or step around a small steep slope, a road bank, and avalanches were easily triggered from a distance. So as they were triggered from a distance, and you can, as soon as we bring up some slides here.
Yeah, let's bring them up.
Yeah, let's bring those up. Here we go. All right, now we're in sync. Yeah, so this is the biggest clue to avalanches. It's avalanches. If you're seeing avalanches on the same kinds of slopes that you want to ride, they don't have to be ginormous slides, but just something like this on a road bank. As we continue our travels throughout the day, check it out. You get on a little ridge line, boom, things are breaking down to the ground.
Yeah.
And yeah, you guys did so well over here with the storm. And then as we continue throughout, you can see that avalanches begin to break a little bit wider. They're breaking deeper. Remember, back in the beginning of the year in January, we had a cold snap. It developed a very weak sugary snow. Then we start adding feet of snow on top of that. The big game changer, though, here was the water, right? Anywhere between 2 and 4 inches of water. Down in Provo, Mount Timpanogos, Sundance, those guys got slammed. 4.5, 5 inches of water. Ginormous slide paths down there. And, I mean, avalanches that made local news, national news, international news. Breaking close to the ground, stacking up, and I'm sure we'll be able to see this, stacking up big piles of debris. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so Mount Timpanogos, one of the big slide paths in the state. Once this thing is triggered and releases, we can see by the next, by our next video here.
Let's see.
That maybe we don't have that queued up.
It's coming up in just a second.
Imagine this, if you will. We go up through all of this terrain. Here we go. We go up through all of this terrain. And when we have an avalanche warning in effect, we talk about staying out from under steep avalanche prone paths. I mean, check this out. This thing goes forever. Thousands of vertical feet, all of that snow stuffed into a gully, and much like kind of squeezing the toothpaste out of your toothpaste container, it's got to go somewhere. And in this case, it just spills right out onto the road. That slide stacked up over 30 feet of debris.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, I mean, this is just crazy. So, yeah, I mean, this thing looks glacial. And then in the next picture, you can see that, there we go. You can see that, I mean, there's a person for scale. In the next picture, you can see we've got heavy equipment moving this snow away from the road. Okay. That's our setup, so we know it's sketchy. Unfortunately, we have done so good this year, but we did have a sad tale down on the Manti skyline where a skier-triggered avalanche. Unfortunately, 2 young gentlemen from the Nephi area are not wearing avalanche rescue gear, and at the end of the day, 1 young man doesn't come home.
Let's pull up that picture because you kind of see where the avalanche was, where the ski entrance is.
Yes. So you can see, I mean, 500 feet wide. Yeah, it's only a couple feet deep, but the problem is during times of elevated avalanche danger, we need to stay off of and out from under avalanche paths. Something like this, it is a complete tragedy because the only way we're going to find our partner buried underneath the snow is with an avalanche beacon. Remember, this isn't the silver bullet, but it helps to find our partner. It's the only chance that they have. So beacon, shovels, probes, it's imperative that we have this gear and that we wear it at all times headed into the backcountry. So now, how do we get to this point? Epic storm yesterday, right? So we've added dense, heavy snow, lots of water, lots of wind-drifted snow from last week. Now, this is the goods out there, right? Yeah,
right.
Light, fluffy snow. But we got to remember not only the snow we're riding in, which is going to be remarkable today. You've got an amazing Bluebird Day, Park City.
This is the time to go.
And what a great day, right? But now we've got this light, fluffy snow on top. The problem is we still have that kind of bad juju going on down here in the basement. We add this nice, light, fluffy snow, and you can see, I mean, this was just a pretty much northern Utah statewide kind of event. I mean, feet of snow, brilliant storm, canyons closed, and those are big in Little Cottonwood Canyon. Yeah, how'd you like to be in this gong show yesterday?
I know.
You just try to avoid this stuff, right?
Yeah.
And that is one of the beauties of living right here in town. You jump a lift, roll out of bed, jump a lift, and away you go. Now, here's the problem. There's still an avalanche warning for the Salt Lake area mountains, Park City. This includes you in the backcountry. So if we're thinking about ski touring, snowmobiling, snowshoeing, out for a family hike, we have to stay off of and out from under steep slopes. The other thing we want to think about too is that if you're heading outside a ski resort boundary, outside one of the gates that says no ski patrol, no avalanche control beyond this point, ski area boundary, you become your own avalanche forecaster. You have got to have avalanche rescue gear. Right now, people, here's the deal. Let's exercise a little patience. The resorts will be rippingly good today, right? It is going to be in your face. It's going to be over the head. So why not take advantage of all the hardworking men and women in this community that make the resort safe by actively reducing the avalanche threat? And then secondly, allow the snowpack to gain some strength, let it heal. We're going to start turning the corner here. So let's just exercise a little patience. At the end of the day or in a couple days, still going to have great snow. It's going to be more manageable, more predictable. At the end of the day, we can high-five each other and talk about what a brilliant storm it was.
So Craig, just a second ago, we had your website up, and it shows kind of the different danger areas and how serious. Let's pull it up one more time.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what are the color codes?
Yeah, so just like a traffic light, green light, yellow light, red light days. And you can see there's an awful lot of red in there from, it looks like Manti Skyline and down in the LaSalle area mountains, certainly Salt Lake area mountains, Ogden, Provo, the Uintas. High avalanche danger means human-triggered avalanches are likely. Just like a stoplight, just like a red light, I mean, you're putting the brakes on, right? You blow through the red light, and we know what those consequences can mean. So same type of thing. Some of the mountains of northern Utah around the Logan Zone didn't quite get the snow. Nonetheless, it's all sketchy. Doesn't mean we need to hide under the beds. What we can do is, here's your exit strategy. Either enjoy the greatest snow on Earth at some of the greatest resorts on Earth, right? We've got all of the active avalanche reduction work going on. Or if you're headed out for a rip on the snowmobile, just head out to some big open meadow. Carve big, deep trenches. Stay out from under steep wind-drifted slopes. You will be good to go.
I like that you were giving us some basic tips, right?
Yeah.
Stay in the meadow, away from steep hills, because the danger is high right now.
And you can still have a brilliant day. Why not go out and enjoy this remarkable weather, this Bluebird Day? But most important thing is we come home to our families at the end of the day. We have miles of smiles, high fives, and we get to do this day in and day out. So again, we've already had a very tragic accident this year, and why not just kind of keep our track record looking a little bit better for the future?
All right, and how can people get in touch with you, involved with you? How can they find you?
Excellent. You can find me anywhere, but you can find our website, utahavalanchecenter.org. I encourage everyone, that's your one-stop shop for all things avalanche. Definitely get that in the queue and make decisions based off that current advisory for the zone that you want to travel in.
So at utahavalanche.org,
Yeah.
what kind of information can they find?
Oh man, it's all things avalanche, right? So you get advisories, you get mountain weather forecasts, there's tutorials, videos, recent avalanches. It really helps you to define the areas that you want to go to for the day, and it gives you plenty of descriptors and options, so you take this information and then you can make educated decisions along the way. We want everybody out enjoying the most amazing snow we have, but we want everybody doing it safely.
Right. Of course.
Yeah.
Well, Craig, thank you so much for joining us. Of course, this is very appropriate right now as we had a lot of snow.
Man,
a ton of snow, which is great. It's
Yes.
just great. But we all need to be safe on the mountains. And Craig, thank you so much for the information
Yeah,
you shared.
you bet. Thanks for having me. Good luck with everything coming up. Big weeks coming up with Sundance.
Yep.
So that's awesome for the town. The snow is awesome for the town and the industry as well. But again, let's revisit in a couple of weeks, and I want to see all of these great smiling faces enjoying this wonderful snow. Please, people, stay on top, utahavalanchecenter.org.
Love it. Craig, thank you so much.
You bet. Thanks for having me.
All right, guys, we're going to be back right here on the Mountain Morning Show right after this break.